know.
We should have like, you know how we have the outro, Stay
Yeah.
Angry?
Yeah.
We should have an intro too.
Yeah. Also, stay angry. Damn, Avenged Sevenfold is touring with Alexis on Fire. We should go. Come on, you
used to love
Avenged Sevenfold.
I
You fucking
loved Avenged Sevenfold.
Avenged Sevenfold, bro.
Loved Avenged. I did. They're not as good anymore.
You fucking love.
I sure did. But then that guy, fucking the singer, blew his voice out, and then he sounded like Axl Rose, and I was like, I can fuck with this still. And then like 2 albums later, I was like, I'm out. It just sounds
I'm
like
out on
fucking
this.
like hair metal instead of like whatever emo core. What was it?
It was basically
It
that.
wasn't death metal.
It's
and it
funny
wasn't
how all
emo.
these fucking guys who like screamed like they had swallowed razor blades, like they all blew their voices. It's
Oh
like
yeah,
the guy from
like Bryan Adams.
yeah, exactly like him.
Dude, I was listening to a song on the other day. One of the Bryan Adams songs came on, the one that after he fucking blew out his vocal cords. But it was like the one with the dolphins in the video, you know, where he's in the wheat field and
No.
it's blue and there's dolphins? Fuck. I Wanna Be Where You Are or something?
No.
Is that it? Oh my god. Okay, I gotta look it up but anyways, I was listening to it and I was like, how the fuck was this so popular? It sucks. Like, he's not even fully single or singing. It's just like whisper singing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Am I the only one who has a pet peeve with whisper singing?
I don't know.
When people are like singing like this instead of like using their diaphragm and projecting. Like girls,
like this.
young women have a real bad habit of doing it.
We're singing. Damn, that Avenged concert is on my birthday. So guess what we're doing for my birthday?
How much
Going
is
to
it?
Avenged Sevenfold, baby. Probably too much. It's at Rogers Arena, so I imagine it's probably fucking stupid expensive. What do I need?
Yeah.
What do I need to do this? Oh, RBC. Are you an RBC client?
I don't know. No.
Oh wait, they're like 100 or no, yeah, like $92
What?
for Avenged.
$92? No, don't buy those.
For Avenged.
I want to help you celebrate your birthday, but I don't want a $92 help you celebrate your birthday. Avenged Sevenfold.
Avenged Sevenfold. Okay. Hey, internet.
Hey, internet. How are you? I was
Wait,
just gonna say Avenged Sevenfold again.
We do have an intro.
Oh yeah, hi internet. All right, that we stole from Poppy. Whatever happened to that chick?
Oh yeah,
is she still around?
Was she a real chick? I always thought it was like an AI. I thought that was like an AI thing before.
That was before AI. No, she was real. She had, because remember, the guy who was running the account had a different girl do it before her. That Poppy. Let me see if she still has one. But yeah, no, she was real because the guy who was running her account or whatever had tried it with someone else first, and then this was like the second go at it. Oh, she's still making music.
All right, there's a 12-minute video called "The Tragic Real Life Story of Poppy" on YouTube.
So that's gonna bum you out.
I know what I'm watching immediately after we record this.
Directly after. Yeah. So, well, she hasn't sued us, so actually, I don't know. She said hi Facebook once or something, like, because she was doing those annoying videos that were like Vines, but they were on YouTube. They were actual YouTube videos before, like, it was after Vine was gone, but before TikTok came out.
Yeah, they were weird.
Speaking of TikTok, did you hear about the new TikTok ban? That's not actually a TikTok ban.
No.
Okay, I'm not gonna bore people with going into the legalese of it and all that stuff, but they're like, we gotta ban TikTok because China's just like taking our data and stuff, and everybody's like, everybody's got our data. Who gives a fuck? But they're like,
fucking cares.
TikTok's not beholden to the government officials because it's owned by ByteDance, which is in China and all this stuff. But it turns out that this whole bill that they used to try say we're banning TikTok is just a thing where they the American government tries to seize power over the internet and
over
social
social
media
media
shit.
platforms. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thinly veiled attempt to do it.
That's all I got on that news story.
No, I think it's like I think they're using the like China angle to like stoke fear and like enable them to kind of shoehorn this bill through that allows them to wield more influence over the internet. But like, fuck out of here.
Yeah, like basically they're like, this is the only social media platform we don't have our fingers in fully controlling, like Meta or Facebook or whatever you want to say, and Instagram and YouTube and all the other ones I can't think of right now.
The other one, yeah.
The other ones. Yeah, that subject lasted a long time. And you want to talk about anything else?
Wait.
What?
Welcome to episode. We got all boned up to talk about things. 234 of Outrage Factory, the podcast where we look at the things that made people mad online this week and also explain why they are dumb for caring. I'm your co-host, Eric Bolin.
I'm your other co-host, Dale DeRuiter. It's like when we don't do this for 2 weeks, we just forget how to podcast.
We did. I was in Mexico last week.
Frustrating.
I didn't even think. I was pretty sure we were not going to be doing it this week because Dale is on the precipice of birthing a child.
Yeah, we're 10 days
as
late.
We speak.
As we record or speak / whatever. So we're 10 days past the due date. We're waiting to induce.
Well, if Andrea goes, what, 4 more days, then they'll induce?
Yeah, Andrea said she's going to wait till 42 weeks to give the baby a chance to come out. We talk about it like it's a fully functioning sentient adult. We're like, well, when she chooses to come out, she'll choose to come out.
Yeah, baby-led birthing. It's all the rage.
And we'll give her a chance to make her decision to come out. And then we'll just shoot her ass full of hormones so she poops out the baby or however induction works. I don't know.
Yeah.
I barely know how induction heating works, and I don't think it's the same thing.
I think to induce labor, they actually have to like go in and smear. They have to do something with the.
Do I get to watch someone else, Andrea, cheat on me with a doctor?
The vagina. Did you watch that fucking? Oh my god, the Apple TV show with Jesse Eisenberg and Claire Danes.
I do not have Apple TV, so no, I didn't.
Yeah, it was actually a decent-ish show. But in the show, like
Jesse Eisenberg and Claire Danes, is there a bigger couple where you're like, huh?
This.
I guess. Yeah. Is this romance? Does it count as romance?
It was not. It was the opposite of romance.
Vanilla people ever. Were they at odds and fighting?
Well, no, the whole. I don't want to spoil any of it, but like the whole.
Spoil it. I'm not going to watch
that, like, they divorce, or they are divorced when the show starts, and then she just like mysteriously like disappears, but not under like weird circumstances. Like he thinks she's just abandoned their kids and like fucked off to live her life, and then the whole.
Wait, did he have full custody or he had custody? He had the kids.
They had shared custody, and she like brings the kids over because she's going to a yoga retreat, and then she just never comes back, and they're all like, what the fuck is going on? Like he thinks she's just like fucked off and saddled him with these kids, and then it tells the story of their relationship. But a major plot point in it is that for her first birth, the doctor like basically like violated her because she's like, I'm not ready to give birth yet, and the doctor is just like and like fires his finger into her cervix, and she goes into labor. So I don't know if it's like that.
Can I go do that right now? Just go fucking hit the go button.
I mean, it's
like the reset button on a printer. That's how Andrea prints a baby. Is I just go in and hit the cervix.
Yeah, it's like a 3D. It's like she's a 3D printer, and you can just push the cervix button and 3D print a baby. But I would recommend leaving that to the printer.
I have one question.
Also known as
before
doctors.
I go into the room and hit Andrea's cervix. The question is, what the fuck is a cervix and where is it? Just kidding.
No idea.
It's I hit it once in college by accident and it hurt my pee. So I know exactly where it is.
Oh, my dog is so big I smashed a cervix.
My dong is at least 4 inches long at the wrong angle.
Get a load of me. I got a 4-inch penis.
Hey, ladies, I got a 4-inch dong. What's up?
I was kind of hoping that Andrea would like have a live birth on the podcast, like not a live birth on the podcast, but that like she would go into labor while we were podcasting.
You just see her run into the background being like, I just broke my water.
Just like she's standing behind you and sploosh. Blew it all over the carpet.
Dude, our apartment is wall-to-wall carpet in all the rooms except for the bathroom and the kitchen. So I was like, hey, you should hang out in the bathroom and the kitchen 90% of the time. Just
it's just like spreading garbage bags all over the floor.
I went and bought those sheets you give babies who are kids who wet the bed. Rubber sheets. Hey, back to this Apple TV show that I'm not gonna watch unless so she disappears, fucks off on Eisenberg, which can you blame her?
No.
He's Eisenberg. He probably was like talking and then she's like, I can't even fucking look at this guy's face anymore. Did it turn out that she went into another dimension or is it turned fantastical or did she become a spy?
No.
Is it just she fucking loved?
She has like a mental breakdown. No, it's they find her and she's been like roaming the park. She's like in the midst of a nervous breakdown because
like she went nuts.
That has been like slowly accumulating since the doctor violated her, which is why it's such like a major plot point. And it's just been like because that set off this chain of events where like the doctor violated her and she got like major postpartum depression and it's all she could fixate on, and then she like resented the kid for it, she resented her husband for it, and then it's just like over the course of her entire life it kept snowballing to the point where she just has like a full-on nervous breakdown.
Okay, when they find her in the park, is she crazy, like cinematic crazy level, she has sticks in her hair, or she just have dirty clothes?
Just dirty clothes. There were no hair sticks. They could.
So she's like halfway crazy.
Yeah, like she's not gonna win an Emmy for it because she only. What was the non-PC quote? Oh no, wait, it was the other.
You don't go full R word.
Yeah, fucking dude, Tropic Thunder. I was like watching clips from it the other day because I like somehow I just like memory hold that entire movie. Like I had completely forgotten it existed, and then I was watching clips from it the other day, and I'm like, holy fuck, this movie was fucking funny. Like,
yeah, dude, it's hilarious, and it was at the time everybody's like, I don't know if you could do that. It was like the last possible second they could make all those jokes.
Yeah, like Robert Downey Jr. in blackface.
Yeah, there's like, it's funny because he was on Joe Rogan and he's like, we couldn't make that today.
Oh,
and they're like,
absolutely not.
And it was funny because Robert Downey Jr. was talking about how his mom was like, why would you do this?
Amazing.
Yeah, that movie was wild.
It was great, and that was like that came out before Robert Downey Jr. played Iron Man, right? Which was like the career maker for him.
No, it was I think it was right at the same time.
Okay.
Or it's the same year, and they probably recorded both around the same time. But yeah, Iron Man basically rekindled his career, and he had done that before his career was rekindled. So it was either I think it was right after Iron Man came out.
Yeah. Because it was like, because everyone else in that movie like was kind of on the downswing-ish, right? Like Ben Stiller, fucking Jack Black. Like, what happened to that guy? What is Jack Black
Are you telling me you didn't watch the 2 Jumanji movies?
Yeah.
Or are looking forward to the Mario movie coming out where he plays Bowser?
Oh, he plays Bowser?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking dope. Okay.
Dude, I saw a meme. It was so funny. They were like, fucking, it was just a shot of like some interview. And they're like, were you excited to play Bowser? And it pans over. And Jack Black's just looking at the camera with a weird face. And he's wearing a Bowser costume. He's like, what do you think?
That's awesome. That movie is actually, it looks like it might be at least marginally better than the 1989 Super Mario Brothers with Bob Hoskins.
I keep forgetting, but I want to rewatch that and be like, was this as bad as I remember it / everybody says.
Yeah. It wasn't.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say the bad guy. Well, it wasn't even Bowser. It was King Koopa, right?
Yeah.
And it was he
Ooh,
just.
what is Bowser's official title?
Yeah, but he didn't look like Bowser. He looked like.
No, he looked like a dude, didn't he? He was like, wasn't it like Dolph Lundgren or somebody
No,
who looked like him?
It was fucking Dennis Hopper.
What?
I swear to God, it was Dennis Hopper. Hold on.
I think you're right, but why am I thinking of like Rutger Hauer? Oh, I'm thinking of
because he
Rutger Hauer.
looked like it.
Okay, are you googling it right now?
I'm googling. It was fucking Dennis Hopper. Yeah, look at what he fucking looks like. He just looks like.
I'm gonna have to edit a picture of him in so everybody knows what we're talking. Oh yeah, dude, you know what he looks like? He looks like Biff Tannen from Biff Tannen's kid in Back to the Future 2.
Oh, he totally does.
And he has a long. Dude, Trump should do this haircut.
Here, you don't even. That's setting up a pretty good segue. Hold on a second. Hold on, I can do something here.
Dude, he looks like Trump. What are you doing?
Save as.
Okay, I could. Dude, you don't have to fucking walk me through saving that. I could save as it later and just
No, you can't
edit it in because nobody's watching this live stream anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Might be.
Because Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg was intimidated by our live streaming, so he made it so it doesn't work.
He was a little worried by the amount of truth that we were dropping in these episodes, so he was like, "Oh,
yeah, we only drop half truths because we can't remember the full truth, or I can't.
Can't have that.
Yeah,
we can't have that happening.
Are we? Oh, there you go. Nice.
There he is. I got it. But that doesn't look like fucking. That doesn't look like Bowser. Look at that.
That looks like Donald Trump. That's the one picture I saw where he looks the most like Donald Trump. Okay, wait, I want to do that too. Wait, save image as. Okay.
But yeah, that was fucking Bowser. And then what'd you do?
You went to video,
and then you go to. You find your little image, and then you're hanging out with your buddy Dennis Hopper, as King Koopa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, I should have paid more attention to the file it saved it in.
Okay,
Jiminy Chillikers.
How much fun could we have with this?
We could have a lot of fun. We could do stuff like I could put this up. Here, I'm gonna do this one. I've given up because I couldn't find it. There.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Look at my chair's in the way. Look at Evil Lynn. Yeah, there you go. Oh, you saw it for a sec. Evil Lynn's like second. Okay, I'll leave that background. Oh,
damn, that's sexy.
That sucks.
Yeah, you can see reality.
It makes me look bigger. Okay, I'm leaving it. Let's leave these for the rest of the episode.
Yeah, fuck, let's do it.
And I'm gonna say I'm gonna clip this out, but I'm probably not because I'm gonna be too rushed from doing baby stuff and not that I got too lazy to do
putting
it anyway.
Waterproof sheets all over your floor so your girlfriend doesn't stain them with her baby juice.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Trump.
Yeah. How Dennis Hopper looks like Trump?
Fucking nailed it, bro. Nailed it. Nailed it.
Yep.
Nailed it. Trump making the news still, always, endlessly.
Indicted. Indicted.
There you go.
It annoys me how they spell that word.
I like how they spell it because it makes people pronounce it exactly the way you just did. And indicted sounds hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know who did get indicted though? Stormy Daniels. Yeah. This is such an annoying bullshit thing because it's like, on one hand, I want Trump to just go away so we don't have to deal with him and bullshit like this forever. But on the other hand, it's like, it's not going to stick. What do you think?
Is this about? No, it's not going to stick at all. Like, Trump is like fucking Teflon, man. It's like every
Teflon Don.
I just wish people would have just like allowed him to like leave the presidency and go and run his shady fucking business empire in peace.
Yes.
And like still have his little like cult of followers that fucking love him or whatever. But like, because every time they do shit like this, it just makes him stronger because his like.
It, like, makes people who fucking hate the Dems just more empowered, and they're basically radicalizing all the idiots on the right, and we're gonna get another
Yeah, because all
fucking
Trump
Trump
has
term.
and all Trump has to do is be like, "Oh, this is proof." Because Trump has always been like, whenever anyone tried to hold Trump accountable for any of the
Yeah.
shady shit he did, he was like, "Political witch hunt," and all his
Mhm.
followers are like, "Fuck yeah!" Like the amount of times they come after this guy is proof of it. So it's like either like do one thing that you can actually make stick and charge him with a crime,
Yeah.
and fucking like be
Like the
convinced.
Georgia when he phoned Georgia and was like, "Find me some votes." Get him on shit like that where you're
Yeah.
like, can actually get them instead of annoying shit like this.
Well, what? So I haven't been paying.
Okay,
I will admit I haven't been paying attention to
here's what
this
happened.
story at all.
I'll give you the basic, like, Cole's Notes version or Trump indicted for idiots or whatever. So what happened was in I can't remember when it was, but it was like before I can't remember when he specifically had sex with Stormy Daniels, but before the 2006 campaign, he paid her, I think it was $130,000 to just shut up and go away. But what he did was he got Michael Cohen to pay her, and then he paid back Michael Cohen in installments. And so Michael Cohen already got indicted, and that's actually what he went to jail for. So now they're
Wait,
indicting what?
what? Well, so what did he get indicted for? You're not allowed to pay people hush money. That's illegal.
It was a misappropriation of funds because he used business funds to pay her instead of his own and said it was his own thing, so it's like a tax thing.
Oh,
So
and he was a
yeah,
lawyer too, right?
yeah,
So like lawyers are like have very strict rules about using like
yeah.
law firm money to pay for shit like that.
So now they're arresting Trump, and what it currently is, or what they arrest him on in New York, is a misdemeanor for the same crime of misappropriating company funds to use as personal investments or whatever because it doesn't show up on the tax sheets and stuff. But the problem, and they keep saying that it's oh fuck, I can't remember that word. Where it's like you run out of time to make an arrest or whatever. Do you remember what that term is?
The
Statute of
statute of
limitations.
limitations. Yeah.
Usually this would have ran out of statute of limitations, but the way it works is in New York, if you're getting charged with something, the statute of limitations lasts longer if you don't live in New York for the majority of the year. And since Trump lived in Mar-a-Lago slash the White House, they were able to extend the statute of limitations 5 years. So the reason they're doing this right now is because that extended statute of limitations is about to run out. So they got to get their fucking dicks in there when they can. But the problem is, if Trump is just indicted on this misdemeanor, he's not going to see jail time and it's not going to stop him from being the president because it's just a fucking misdemeanor. But the way they're going to try make it a felony, because if Trump gets convicted of a felony, he can't run for presidents. Like you can't even vote if you're a felon. So obviously you can't be a president. But the way they're going to try fucking Jimmy rig this into a felony charge is they're going to say that the $130,000 he paid was to save his campaign from Stormy Daniels, like basically ruining him down. Then it becomes campaign financing because he spent it on his campaign, and it becomes misappropriation of campaign funds, which is a felony. But the obvious defense to that is Trump could just say, this was a personal matter because I didn't want Melania to find out and hate me. So I was trying to save my marriage. So it's like, even if the prosecution gets it to the point where they can convince people he did try to do it as a felony, he has like this bullshit, like super easy defense, unless he's
Yeah.
like super dumb.
Well, like here's the thing. Like Trump is not an idiot. Like I don't
Mhm.
think Trump would have done this in a way that would have exposed him to any risk whatsoever.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that is why like Trump
Yeah.
has always surrounded himself with people who could essentially take the fall on his behalf when shit invariably went south.
Like Michael Cohen did.
Exactly like Michael Cohen. Great example. There are like, you could, like, if I were to list all the people who had taken the fall for Trump throughout his presidency and beyond, there's a fucking big ass list. So I don't think anything comes of this, and all the people who are like, fucking finally, like, this is huge news. It's not fucking news at all. It's the same news we've heard every 3 months for the past fucking 6 years, where nothing happens and nothing will happen. Shut the fuck up about it.
Yeah, please. And the thing was, it's like, everybody knew about the Stormy Daniels thing. They brought it up. It didn't stick, and he got away with it. And then they had like the fucking Russiagate, and that never panned out. And then they tried to impeach Trump, and that never panned out. So it all just makes everything stronger. And the big problem I have with this is, now that they've fucking indicted Trump on these like bullshit charges that he can easily get out of, it's going to be even harder to indict him on something like the Georgia thing I already mentioned, that they could have, like, that would have been a way easier case for the prosecution to prove and get Trump a felony and get him out of the fucking running for the presidency. Now, if they try to indict him on anything after this, they're good. All the people are going to be like, this is another witch hunt. They're just at their old bullshit. What are they trying to do?
Yep.
So yeah. And that's why it annoys me.
Yep.
Yep.
Me too, bro. Me too. I'm fucking annoyed by all that shit.
Trying to segue into something else very smoothly. If
fucking
you know what I mean.
I'm fucking annoyed as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a segue?
Yeah. Yeah, let me glance at the agenda really quickly here.
Something. I mean, I have stuff we could talk about. Hey, let's talk about this fucking Kuzmenko thing. I want to bring it. We did bring it up last week. We're talking about the Pride jerseys and Russian, or not Russian, just
actually that's a nice segue also into the thing I wanted to talk about.
Okay,
so sure,
about
let's do
players not wearing Pride jerseys because of whatever reason. I think we talked. Did we talk about it with Reimer, or did we just talk about it in general?
I think we talked about it in general.
My new angle on this whole fucking thing is, I don't think people are taking Putin seriously, because the Russian players are like, we don't want to wear Pride jerseys because we don't want Putin to go after our family on this fucking...
Officially, no Russian player has actually come out and said that, because if they did, Putin would for sure still go after they're just being like, we're not going to do it.
Yeah, they're just saying like, I don't want to do this because of my family. But it's like, you can go to like extrapolate that they mean to protect their family, because December of last year, did I talk about this last week, where Putin upped the ante on his anti-LGBTQ propaganda laws?
No.
So anyways, the difference now as opposed to last year and the years before is Putin upped the ante for his LGBTQ propaganda laws, where he's made it a bigger thing. And it's like, because he doesn't want people to basically advocate for that lifestyle, and you could get a fine. I think it's only like $1,300 or something, or which you figure that
$1,300 for being gay or being in support of people being gay?
In support of gay. Because being gay, there's like almost illegal right now, if it's not illegal. But the problem is, it's not the money, it's that you have a fucking megalomaniac wackadoo like Putin, and you don't want to get on his radar in any way whatsoever, because you don't want him to be a fucking crazy person and make an example of your family, and they fell off a fucking balcony.
Yeah, like, Putin is notorious for having political opponents, poisoned or killed anywhere on the fucking planet. So like, I personally wouldn't fuck with him, but like, notwithstanding all that shit, I do not give a single fuck if an NHL player wears a Pride jersey or not.
Yeah, like, neither do I.
I don't care.
And the reason I'm saying that people don't take Putin seriously is because people are like, we don't know that Russia would go after their family and stuff. That's not going to happen. It's like, yeah, fuck it is. Putin basically just ruined his whole country's economy by invading the Ukraine, because he's got this weird sentimentality about reuniting the USSR or whatever and getting
Well,
stomping grounds back.
even if he wasn't going to murder people's families, like let's
Mhm.
say the next time they go to assemble the Russian roster for the Olympics or for the well, wait, it's just the Olympics now, right? They don't do the
World
yeah, it's
Cup.
just the Olympics.
Oh,
But like,
IIHF
yeah,
said Russia can't go there to the
yeah,
World Cup.
that's gonna last. That what they're sanctioned while the invasion of 20Ukraine is going on, and then
Yeah.
after that they'll be allowed to. But
Mhm.
let's say Russians assembling, or yeah, they're putting together their Olympic roster in 2028 or fucking whatever, and
Mhm.
Putin comes in and he says, "Okay, any players that fucking wore a pride jersey, you're off the team. Like, get the
Yeah.
fuck out of here." Which I could definitely see him doing that, even if he is not going to murder people's families. Even that's not fucking worth it. Like, oh, I put this jersey on so a bunch of fucking dipshits on Twitter wouldn't yell at me.
Yeah.
And now it costs me the spot to represent or the chance to represent my country on the world stage. Like, it's just
Mhm.
not fucking, it's not fucking worth it.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, no doubt.
and I don't know.
Also, even a more direct thing that they could do to them is Russia has a mandatory, like, stint in the
Oh,
military,
military, yeah.
and there has been a couple players here and there where they, like, wouldn't let them go start their, like, at the beginning of the season, there was a goalie, I can't remember which one, and he was gonna come over and sign with the team, but he couldn't because Russia's like, "No, you have to go do your stint in the military," where they had kind of had this, like, unofficial, "Here's a couple 100,000, I don't wanna go to the military" type deal. So if Kuzmenko wears this pride jersey, he's still a Russian citizen. They could be like, "You have to come home and go in the military."
I read this
And
fucking
then
story lately about a Russian player. I can't remember who. I think it was Malkin actually, and it was all
mhm,
about how like they basically like engineered his because Putin like wasn't going to let him leave the country. They wanted him to
yeah,
play in the KHL, and
mhm,
he was going to be like a homegrown Russian star. And it was about how like Malkin and his agent like basically engineered this like basically like him fleeing from the country and then fucking like heading over like coming back to or coming to the US and how like it was like yeah, it was actually like um it
yeah,
sounded really fucking intense. And you're like, well, holy shit. Like I didn't know like they had to go through that just to come play here. And like it's probably not that bad now, but like yeah, like I just like I would not want to get on Putin's bat. Like if it's Putin's if it's Putin or a bunch of terminally online dipshits who get mad about everything, I'm gonna piss off these people because all
Oh,
they can do
definitely.
is yell at you on the internet
Mhm.
and not the guy who can fuck up your career prospects or your life or have your family murdered.
Yeah, exactly. And, like, guys like Kuzmenko, I'm just bringing him up because he's he this happened, like, what, 2 days ago when the Canucks had their pride
Pride
jerseys,
night,
and
yeah.
it was, like, one of those ones where everybody was like, "I can't believe," because the Canucks go big for their, special nights because they could sell $750 jerseys, and it's actually cool because they get logos designed from local artists, and they do one for, like, Chinese New Year, um, Black History Month, Pride Month, and
They had
stuff.
an indigenous the
Yeah,
indigenous logo was so fucking dope.
yeah,
I'm
they're all dope.
amazed.
Yeah,
I'm amazed that there were more people outraged about this one Russian player not wearing the jersey for whatever the fuck his reasons are,
mhm.
and less outraged that the Canucks were selling their inclusivity jerseys for 750 fucking dollars a piece. Who is that inclusive of? Millionaires?
Yeah,
Who could pay that?
and that's not even the game worn, "This is for charity" jerseys. These are just the blanks that you can buy.
Yeah.
Like, they also have like, the whole point of the pregame warm-up is the players will wear a jersey with their name and number, and then those jerseys will get auctioned off, and then the money goes to, like, inclusivity, charities or whatever. I don't know where they go. But, like, these jerseys that you could just buy online, you could buy one right now for $750. That seems like a lot of money to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like there was also players who like came out and said that they didn't. The Stahl brothers and Reimer and some other
Mhm.
ones said they didn't want to do it because of their Christian faith. Um,
Which is a touchy subject because it's like we've spent the last decade, 2 decades saying you can't tell people they can't do stuff because it goes against their religious beliefs and stuff. But
Yeah.
all of a sudden, if it's Christian beliefs, people are like, fuck them, we don't care. And
Yeah.
but I don't know, like
it's like
just let them not wear it.
It fucking sucks that they are making that decision for that reason and that they
Mhm.
are inclusive, but you cannot fucking force people. I just like so there was this article on wokeness that I think we talked about briefly at like
Oh yeah, the homework you gave me.
did you read it?
I read half of it and then I forgot what time it was and I had to
It
eat
was a lot
between
of words,
pods.
but basically the whole
That's a
pretense of
lot of
this
words.
the whole pretense of this article, and I really liked it. It was really well written. It was by a writer, a leftist writer, by the way, named Freddie
I'll link it
DeBoer.
in the show notes.
Or you can just go Google it. It's just Google Freddie DeBoer wokeness.
DeBoer.
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 Yeah, I guess the Dutch guy would know how to.
Yeah.
But he's basically like, there's all these people who are like, oh, fucking wokeness isn't a real thing. That's just like what shitty people on the right say whenever. And it's like the same people who argue that like, oh, fucking cancel culture isn't a thing. That's just what shitty people say when they talk about accountability. And here's what wokeness and cancel culture is. And this guy like lays it out beautifully in this article. And it's like the school of people who believe that we need to drag people into lining up with our way of thinking by force or by whatever means necessary. And if they don't fall in line and believe that, then they deserve to be punished, or they should face sanctions, or they should face retribution, or they should face a thing I like to, or I see people say all the time, is that they should be held accountable. And it's like, get the fuck out of here. Like,
yeah.
I cannot think of any fucking stupider or self-absorbed thing to say than someone should be held accountable for not agreeing with my beliefs. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Fuck you. How dare you not agree with me? Don't you see? I am infallible and right all the time, and I'm fighting on the side of good. And if you don't agree with me, you should be punished for that. And it's just like, it's this school of thinking that has like somehow seeped into it definitely started on social media where people were interested in talking about how fucking good they were all the time and like lashing out and basically ganging up on others who did not agree with their line of thinking. And now it's like, yeah, but now it's trickling into like, it used to be just a social media thing, and now you see it happening like in real life as well. And I think that's the problem.
And on the other like side of the badness, or however you want to say that, is did I talk about ESG credits on here? Because I just learned what they were and it fucking annoyed the shit out of me.
Did we wait? Because I know
I think we were gonna talk about them this week,
then we
did.
Yeah. Okay. Go.
So other part of being woke is how companies have all these woke and inclusivity new rules and stuff that they want to live up to, but that's all because of these ESG fucking credits that you are I don't know if it's like you get credits or it's like it goes into your credit rating and stuff. Funny side note, this guy at work, his old right-wing guy, was talking about something and I was like, "Do you know what ESG credits are?" And he's like, "What?" And I just told him about it and it made him so mad and I was like, but so what happens is these large companies, there's this whole thing where they're trying to like hedge funds and stuff and investment corporations. They started to do this thing where they want to have like accountability investing, where they don't just invest in terrible companies that do terrible things. So they came up with this three-prong rating system. So it's like ESG, which stands for environmental, social, and governance. And it sucks because these are all really good things that businesses should have to think about. So environmental is basically how big's their carbon footprint, and this includes all the carbon credit shit and all that. If you want to learn about that and get pissed off about that, I'm not going to try explain that all. But ESG and carbon credits kind of go hand in hand. And then S is for social, so that's like inclusivity and equality and all these things that happen at the businesses. And then so like what'll happen is look at what was it, a DEI? officer.
Diversity. Oh, what's the E word?
Equity.
Oh, equity and
in
oh my god.
inclusivity, isn't
Yeah,
it?
there you go.
Diversity, equity, and inclusivity. So you'll have these officers that kind of come up with programs at their work and stuff to get it so that they have a higher S rating on the ESG. And then the G stands for governance, and that's basically like if the CEO is a shitbag and he takes a whole
that's
bunch
all
of
the
money.
business shit. It's like accounting practices and
Yeah.
fucking tax, like
And
whatever.
like, yeah, the main one that you would worry about is like if the CEO is fucking over his employees and he takes a huge pay, like huge annual salary, then that company gets a lower rating, which is super good. And it is nice that investment companies are looking at these 3 factors and being like, oh, this company's nice and they're hiring like um minorities and stuff, and they have like LGBTQ safe spaces and all this stuff so people can feel safe at their jobs. So it's all good, except for it just exasperates this whole wokeness and virtue signaling where a company will, instead of like the CEO taking less money or they have better environmental standards, they'll be like, but look how much we've been doing with the social standards and stuff.
Yeah, it's like it's like any, and that's what pisses me off about the fucking I don't want to say that like there are not businesses out there that are doing the right ethical thing because it's the right ethical thing to do, because I know those businesses exist. But at the end of the day, the driving factor for basically all businesses is how much money can this make us, and how does this contribute to our viability as a business and our ability to remain in business. So a lot of these things that are like social issues that these businesses are caring about, they're doing so for business reasons, not because it's the right thing to do. And like going back to the NHL as a league does not fucking care about gay people. They don't care. And this might be a very like blanket statement, but like I don't think they care about gay people beyond gay people as dollar signs, because the NHL really needs to get more people interested. They are the 4th most popular major league sport by a large margin in North America.
5th.
What, behind soccer? They're not behind soccer.
Yeah, they're behind soccer. There goes football, baseball, soccer, or basketball, soccer, hockey.
Football, baseball, basketball, soccer. Yeah, so hockey is like, they desperately need to grow the sport, right? And I think that part of the reason of them doing Pride Nights is trying to make the sport be like, okay, well, we're going to claim like the gay audience. It's basically like a marketing tactic. It is not. And meanwhile, you have all these people fucking insisting that it's this like huge, bold, brave social justice move. And it's a marketing campaign is what it is. And everyone's losing their shit over players not taking part in it.
Yeah. Sorry. The ranking goes football, basketball, baseball, soccer, hockey.
Basketball is more popular than baseball?
Yeah, wait. Okay, that's worldwide, sorry.
No.
So, average in the USA, it's not. So, here we go. Actually, in the US, in the US, ice hockey has more viewership than
Soccer.
basketball.
No.
Yeah.
That is fucking impossible.
In the US, but worldwide, basketball has what the fuck?
10 most popular sports in the
Oh,
USA.
never mind. The fuck? Why is it? I don't know why they
Football, clear number 1.
It must be 16 million and not 1.6.
Oh, basketball is number 2.
Yeah.
Wait, this is to
What?
Basketball is widely considered the most played sport in the United States. I want to like major sports leagues by North American audience.
Oh, sports leagues, because soccer doesn't have a popular sports league.
They do.
Maybe MLS isn't going to be on there. It might be Champions League.
Holy shit! Yeah, you're right. NFL, NBA, MLB, then NHL, then MLS.
Yeah, but that if we go by sports, soccer beats.
Yeah, because you could
Hockey.
combine the.
Yeah, because you're not gonna. Nobody's watching fucking hockey that's not NHL.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, the thing I was looking
I'm not sorry at all. Fuck you.
Did I totally derail the podcast?
What?
Oh yeah,
What?
we were talking about how NHL has to be more popular because they're the 5th most popular sport in the USA. So they
and
need
that's
more
like
dollars.
that's all they're fucking doing. Like that's all. That is the whole fucking reason for this. And like, stop pissing your pants. And the other thing that fucking pisses me off. The other thing, Dale.
Yes.
The other thing that pisses me off.
What's that?
Is that the other thing?
Yeah.
About this fucking jersey thing is that like whenever a player just says, "Hey," oh, this ties back into the wokeness thing. Is that like people are calling for these players to be like benched or dismissed or fucking fired and fire the coaches, all because. And here's the bar used to be, and I still agree with this part, by the way. It's like if you say like really hateful shit against people because of their race or gender or sexual orientation or whatever the fuck else, then yes, you should probably face consequences for that.
Yeah.
These players, all of these players, not a single one has said anything about gay people. All they have said is, I am not going to take part in this event.
Yeah.
And that to me, that is wokeness and that is cancel culture. Is like it's not just enough that you don't say hateful shit. It's you need to fall in line and take part, or you're going to be punished for that. And there's all these people online being like, oh, like I've seen so many people call these players fucking bigots, fucking homophobes. And like these players have not said or done anything other than say, I'm not going to wear the jersey at this event. We don't know if they're homophobic or not. Maybe they just fucking hate rainbows. Maybe they're colorblind and they can't see colors, and so rainbows make them really sad because all they see is like shades of gray. But like the bar for canceling people cannot fucking be they didn't take part in this celebration. It's like it should be they fucking were like outwardly hateful towards a group of people.
Yeah.
Right?
Like it's this whole silence is violence. No, it isn't. If you're going to like give someone repercussions, you can't do it because they didn't go out of their way to support what you like. You like I agree with you. If they do actually do homophobic or bigot shit, then yeah, get fucking rid of them. You can't do that shit. But just because somebody isn't like proselytizing something, you can't get rid of them for that.
Fucking great word, bro. Great fucking word.
Remember that, but I can't remember statute of limitations.
What a word. Doesn't matter. You made up for it.
While we're talking about popular sports, I just want to point out worldwide, like what we were talking about before the ranking, that was just in the US.
Soccer's going to be number 1.
Worldwide, soccer's number 1.
Yeah.
Cricket's number 2. Hockey is number 3 with 2 billion fans.
You said cricket was number 2?
Cricket is number 2 with 2.5 billion fans.
Fair.
Soccer has 4 billion fans. And then tennis, out of nowhere, 1 billion fans. Then, okay, you're never going to guess number 5. I'm just going to tell you because it's so wild. You're never going to guess. Oh, try to guess?
No.
Okay.
Okay, wait. What do we got? Hockey, cricket, soccer, tennis.
It's a dumb
one. Golf? Golf.
Nope. Golf's number 10.
Yeah. Is it a sport that is played in North America?
Yes. And Chris Hatchler plays it, or used to when he played baseball with us.
I don't know. Fuck. Rugby.
Volleyball.
Fuck. What?
Volleyball is number 5 with 900 million worldwide fans. Then number 6 is the one I thought you would say, which is table tennis at
Is there
875
even a professional volleyball league? How is it
Yeah,
that popular?
There must be. In South America, I bet there is. Western Europe, Australia, and Asia. Hold on, I'm just skimming this. Oh, it's so popular because it's a gender neutral sport, like girls and boys play it. And then basketball's number 7 at 825 million. Baseball's number 8 at 500 million. And then rugby, which is 475, ranked 9, and then ranked 10 is golf. American football is not even on the list, which makes sense. Worldwide.
It does, yeah, because American football is literally only popular in America, and I think they kind of like it that way.
Yeah,
I think they kind of like it that way.
I think they do.
Okay.
Yeah, now that we're totally derailed, we're gonna do a tight hour today.
No, well, yeah.
Hour.
I was hoping
for baby stuff. Okay, we got a couple minutes left because we started late.
Hoi.
Ooh, do you want to go back and talk about movies a bit? Because last night I went and watched Antman Quantumania.
Oh, dope.
Which is the official first movie of Marvel Phase 5, it's actually really good. I've heard nothing but bad things about it, but people are stupid. And I don't get how people like or hate which specific hero movies, because people will tell me that like Black Panther's amazing, but then Ant-Man sucks. And I'm like, they're like the same. They're just hero movies. Like, do you get it?
What?
Like when one superhero movie's good and another one's bad, like I've said it before, but Thor Ragnarok's like the best superhero movie in my opinion, besides the 2 Avengers Endgame movies or whatever.
Well, yeah, but those are like taking all the heroes in like a bigger story, which like, yeah, it makes sense. Those would be the best ones.
But Ant-Man Quantumania is so fucking good. It's like, it's up there with Thor Ragnarok. It's like, Guardians of the Galaxy good. But for me, it's because pretty much all of the movie is in the quantum realm. So it's basically like they're in outer space. Everything's all colorful and there's weird creatures and they fly on like biomechanical animal thingies or whatever. So I guess for a lot of people it'd be too weird. Like Andrea was like, I kind of like it when it's closer to real life and stuff, because it kind of, if you go too crazy, a lot of people can't suspend their disbelief that much. Like they could do superpowers and some creatures, but they can't just do like houses that live and fly. But it's good.
This is a universe where people develop like crazy superpowers and they could go and like undo the deaths of billions of people because of like does this tell that story? Like, is it like, or is this after the events of
this is still after, because Ant-Man was involved in the fucking Infinity Stones bullshit. So this is after, and then this is setting up for Kang the Conqueror as the main bad.
Oh, dope.
Because they kind of hinted at him in the Loki series, and then this is the first movie that he's actually in. So
they still do that stupid post-credits bullshit for every Marvel movie now. It's like, oh, sit through fucking 6 minutes of scrolling names and we'll give you a little sneak peek at what's to come.
Yeah, read Michael Douglas's name. I don't know why they need you to read who was in it. It's like you saw the movie.
Is Evangeline Lilly still in these?
Yeah, she's the Wasp.
I love her.
Oh man. Also, I don't want to spoil it, but whoever's watched Ant-Man, MODOK is in this one, and you're gonna fucking love how they made MODOK. Everyone's gonna love it.
Didn't they make a MODOK show for a bit with
claymation?
It was Patton Oswalt doing the voice though, right?
Yeah, that was really good too. It was funny. Patton Oswalt was doing the voice, and it was, I think the guys who did Robot Chicken did all the animation. So it's like the same animation as Robot Chicken, like stop motion Play-Doh and stuff. But MODOK in this one isn't Patton Oswalt. It is, if you've watched Antman 1, that might be too much of a spoiler, but you'll love who it is.
Don't spoil.
I'm not.
Okay.
But watch
Don't spoil it.
Oh yeah. So anyways, the whole reason I brought this up was Marvel, or not Marvel. I don't know. The guy Kang the Conqueror, the actor who played Kang the Conqueror, actually just got in poo-poo with the law because he got arrested on an assault charge for domestic abuse. This could fuck up all of Phase 5.
What's his name? Johnathan
Majors.
Johnathan Majors, yeah.
Wait, is he related to Lee Majors, do you think?
No.
Oh.
Maybe.
It sucks because I love this guy. Like, what was that? Lovecraft County. I loved him in that. That show was dope. He was in that.
Oh, was he in that?
He was the main guy.
I don't think I watched the show. The book was fucking fantastic, though.
You didn't watch Lovecraft County?
I fucking loved the book. The book was so good. The book was so good, bro. I read the book, bro. I read the words with my eyes, bro. I processed the story in my brain, bro.
Is there anything more Derek than not watching a dope TV show because you read the book?
I don't know why. Maybe I watched the first, because it was like an anthology thing, right?
Yeah.
I think I watched maybe I did.
No, you must have watched it because we talked about it when it first came out. And then you're like, bro, this show's good. I think you watched at least the first couple episodes.
Yeah, that sounds like something I do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That sounds
but
like
yeah,
me.
He's really good in it. But he's a really good bad guy in this because you hate him.
Yeah. So. Fuck him. And now you hate him in real life because he's a domestic abuser. So fuck him. Might make him better at playing a villain.
Yeah. So I don't know. He basically on Saturday he got arrested in New York after an alleged domestic abuse. The 30-year-old woman had minor injuries to her head and neck. Oh, that's never good. Neck usually means strangulation.
Yeah, that's usually what it means.
Yeah, so head, and then the head is probably a slap or God forbid,
or even like pushing someone's head, or fucking like pushing you over, taking you to the ground.
He's facing charges on strangulation, assault, and harassment.
Yeah. Wait, this was his current partner or like an ex?
I don't know. It just
not that it matters, but
it doesn't matter. But it's more likely that someone would do shit like this with an ex because they're like arguing over money or something. Oh, the U.S. Army announced that it's pulling 2 recently released recruiting ads featuring Majors.
Okay, so he's definitely going to be getting cut from the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, and it's like so far there's only 1 movie with him in it that's out. What do you think? Do you think they should just recast? I say recast him just recast.
This is a fucking multi-billion-dollar movie franchise. You can't just be like, well, we got to fucking scrap the next 6 movies and fucking rewrite everything with the new big bad.
You can't drag your feet on this. They got to just be like in what was that fucking movie where they went to Vegas and Batista was in it, and Tig was the airport or the helicopter pilot. Do you remember that? Something City of the Dead or something.
Oh, the fucking the zombie movie, yeah.
Yeah. Did you know that Tig was never supposed to be in that?
Oh, really?
It was supposed to be Chris D'Elia, and then he got canceled because he was a pervert.
So I fucking love that.
They cast Tig in it, and I'm bringing that up because that's a wicked example of how you can make this work. Because I saw Tig in that, I was like, "This is awesome! I love."
That was great. Tig was way better at that.
Yeah. And it's funny because apparently it was all the same like dialogue and everything that Chris D'Elia had. So
Chris D'Elia is a groomer, pedophile, fuck, and
it was better with Tig
in the first place.
So yeah, exactly. I say right now, get ahead of it, recast them. If you've already done filming of your other movies and stuff, like it's all visual effects anyway.
Yeah,
just reshoot the stuff with him in it.
I'm just gonna say, if you are Joss Whedon or fucking whoever, and you're listening to this podcast, and you're like, if you're an executive producer in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I'm available. I'll make
Feig.
it work.
Feige, what's his name?
Who?
Feig, the guy who's in charge of all of the guy who worked with Simon Pegg and did like Hot Fuzz and
That's the fucking
Shaun of the
guy in
Dead.
charge of the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Yeah, that's why it's so good.
That's dope. That's like,
Mhm.
I love how like the people running the the biggest movie franchise, and then maybe like the 10th biggest movie franchise, which is the DC Cinematic Universe,
Yeah.
are guys who actually made some like fucking hilarious movies.
Oh, Kevin Feige.
Yeah.
Wait, I better make sure that's the same guy. Because I just assumed it was. Because I think he was the director. Oh yeah, because there's the Feig trilogy, the unofficial Simon Pegg trilogy, which was Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead. What was the other one? I can't remember. Or sorry, I'm just looking up his credits.
No, it's a different guy. Wait.
Is it? Oh fuck! I'm such an idiot. I totally thought it was the same guy.
Yeah, this guy was he did Jesus, he sure worked his way up.
Why? What are you looking at?
He was a production assistant on Volcano and You've Got Mail.
Holy fuck!
And then he worked on all the old Marvel movies. So he worked on X-Men, Spider-Man, Daredevil, X2, Hulk, Punisher, Spider-Man 2, Man-Thing. The fuck was that?
I don't know.
Elektra,
on
Fantastic
Iron Man.
Four. And then moved into this guy has like exclusively worked on
Okay, I gotta figure out
Marvel
who
movies.
I was thinking of. Oh man, it's a good thing we looked up. I look like such an idiot. I thought it was the same guy. You know what? I bet it's not even Kevin Feige. I bet it's a different name. Okay, I'm looking up Shaun of the Dead. Fuck. God damn it. Clicked on Shaun and Gus of the Dead. It was stupid. God damn it.
Edgar
Let's
Wright?
see. No. No, that's
It's
a
not even
writer.
close. He did do, what did he do? Ant-Man? He did do Ant-Man.
Oh, is that where I got fucked up?
He directed Ant-Man for sure.
Okay. All right. I'm an idiot. I thought it was the producer. So, okay. It was Edgar Wright who directed Ant-Man
Specifically
and
Ant-Man.
Shaun of the Dead. Did he
Yeah.
only? Here, I'm going to click on this thing and see if he.
What? Oh no, he didn't even direct. He just wrote Ant-Man.
Oh, weird.
And just the first one, and executive produced. Oh, and Baby Driver.
Oh, Baby Driver
What's
was
the
all right.
fucking Sparks Brothers?
Probably a.
Looks like shit. Looks like absolute
Oh, he
dog
directed
shit.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World. That's dope. Sweet. We're learning things today. Oh, did you see that they're gonna do Netflix is doing an animated Scott Pilgrim versus the World universe thing, and it's all the cast from the movie returning?
I don't care.
What? Did you not like Scott Pilgrim?
I didn't really like the movie that much, no.
What?
And then like the fucking anime comic books or like whatever.
Well, they
They're
came
fine.
out first, yeah. They
They're
were
fine.
like yeah. All right. You have bad taste. You don't like Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Okay, anyways. Moving along.
Tight hour.
Because I was very wrong on that whole Kevin Feige thing, and
yeah, we went down a fucking
there's no recovering from that.
Big old wormhole. You know, maybe we just end this episode all ruminating on what a fucking idiot Dale is.
The best part is I'm like, it's the same guy who directed that. One's named Edgar Wright and one's named Kevin Feige, and I have no idea where they crossed. And it was probably, like you said, the writer of Ant-Man, whatever.
Yeah, which is fair. You know, we've all made mistakes, Dale.
Why did I think that was the same guy? This is like, this is one of those things that I have to like retroactively figure out how Dale's brain made that connection.
This is gonna haunt you the rest of the night now.
Yeah,
Andrew's gonna go into labor, and you're gonna be like, Kevin Feige, why?
Yeah.
Why?
And then I'm gonna name our child Right Feig.
You should. Oh my God, do it, please. That's my
Yeah.
vote. That's my write-in vote. Are we done?
Yeah, we're done.
All right. Hey, Internet, thanks for joining us on this wild ride, and it could potentially be our last well, no. If you have a baby, I'll keep doing.
I'll make time in a couple weeks. Babies don't take that much time, do they? I mean, I might have to do it in our sexy late night voices so I don't constantly make the baby cry from yelling.
Yeah, we're just gonna talk very
Andrew just said I'm never potting again.
Yeah, you're probably not potting again.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll make it work. I might get some co-hosts for
some guest stars.
Some guest stars to carry on the fine tradition for a couple weeks.
Do it.
Couple of weeks. If I do that, then I have to edit and like upload them, and I'm not fucking doing that. So
I say we just wait a couple weeks.
Yeah,
I mean, it was 2 weeks since our last one anyway. We go weeks all the time.
I do fucking remember the days when I had like 3 fucking different podcasts I was producing, and I was fucking editing them and like uploading them and fucking recording them. Like how did I have time for that, Dale? How?
I don't know. I think that was when you were not single.
And I was going to the gym, and I had a more active social life. I was going to the gym like 5 nights a week. Like where did I get that energy from?
I tell you what you weren't doing, watching Love Country, because that's when that show came out.
True. Maybe that's why I only caught a couple episodes. Hey everyone, thanks for joining us.
One last thing, when I brought up the Edgar Wright trilogy, it was Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead,
Attack of the Block.
No, the fucking I just saw the End of the World
something at the end of the world.
World's End. The World's End. Yeah.
Or yeah, the pub at the pub.
It's just called The World's End.
I didn't see
which is the name
one.
of a pub. What?
I also didn't see that.
Bro, that's the best one of the 3.
No, fuck no. It's better than Hot Fuzz. It's better than Hot Fuzz, Dale. You can look me in the eye and tell me it's better than Hot Fuzz.
Yes.
You can look me in the eye right now.
Derek, it's better than Hot Fuzz. Hot Fuzz is the weakest of the 3.
I'll check it out. Shaun of the Dead. You can tell me it's better than Shaun of the Dead?
It's better than Shaun of the Dead. Actually, I don't know. It might just be because it's the one I watched most recently, but I remember it as being really good.
Thing. Hey, thanks for joining us for this episode of Outrage Factory. I've been your co-host, Derek Bolin. You can follow me on the Twitter machine at herder.
I've been your other co-host, Dale DeRuiter. You can follow me on the Twitter machine at SuperDalebot. You can follow the fucking podcast Twitter.
The fucking podcast.
Outrage Fact Pod. You can send us an email to tell me how dumb I was for thinking Edgar Wright and Kevin Feige were the same person
also,
at outragefactpod@gmail.com.
Congratulate him on his baby. Outragefactpod@gmail.com.
Tell me how good of a person I am because I dumped a load of my girlfriend.
You're a great person. You're a great person for that.
I'm still amazed that I just get to have a baby. It doesn't make sense to me. It's like I have to register my car. I have to get a license. I have to get insurance on my car. I have to have a credit check to get a car, and then I just get a baby.
Anyone can just put loads in anyone and make babies.
They just let idiots and poor people have babies.
And there's no
wild.
There's no licensing or education requirement for it. They're just like, here's a little human being. Hope you don't fuck it up too badly.
And the craziest thing is, the dumber and poorer you are, the more babies you'll have.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
It's a beautiful thing.
You need baby licenses.
I
shouldn't be able to have. No, I'm just kidding. I'll be.
You're gonna do great, bro. Your baby's gonna be great.
Better. Old enough.
You're gonna.
Cavemen had babies.
You have lots of wisdom too. Yeah. What the fuck were they doing? What were they doing? Leaving the baby laying on a rock while they went and hunted and gathered. That's what they were doing. Those babies turned out fine, probably.
My parents had me without the internet. I'm sure I can handle it.
Yeah. You're gonna be great. It's gonna be great. But by the time we record our next episode, you will have a baby.
I will have a baby.
And then we're gonna start Baby Factory, and all it's gonna be is my baby and Dale's baby sitting on webcam wearing little tiny headsets and not talking.
That'd be the cutest podcast ever. And then we'll just do like it'll be like Look Who's Talking, and we'll just be the voices of our babies. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be the ones. And then people will get less mad at us for our opinions because they're coming from adorable babies.
Yeah. What are you gonna hate a baby? Maniac.
You bigot, you fucking ageist piece of shit. All right. Hey, thanks for joining us. Good luck, Dale, and until next week.
Thank you. Stay angry.